what I'm going to be cooking up is a healthy version of beef stew that a recipe my mom used when we were kids. And actually what I'm doing is I'm going to make a big pot of it. Actually, I'm probably going to make a double recipe. But it's handy. It's like negative 10 degrees wind chill factor today, so it's a great meal to have tucked away. What I'm going to be doing is putting it in baggies so that my mom and dad can freeze them and pull them out when they want to have a nice beef stew dinner. So folks are getting older, mom can't cook. Love you, mom. So trying to do stuff to make it easier for them to live on their own, and one of the ways is bringing meals down. So today we're going to be doing, we'll call it Mother Corn's Healthy Beef Stew. Okay, so not a lot of ingredients, actually like 10 minutes to prepare this to get it going. And what I did was I took an onion and I diced that up. I took about a 1 pound bag of carrots, chunked them babies up, took about I think 4 or 5 celery sticks, sliced them up. I got mushrooms. I took about a pound. I used about 4 of the red potatoes, and I just chunked them up. You know, you can see they're just looking like an apple. You can use russet, white potatoes, whatever you want. And here's the secret ingredient. You ready? Ta-da! V8. That's what our stock's going to be. We're not going to be using any beef bouillons or soup gravies or anything like that. We're going to be using V8, which actually, my mom found this recipe, believe it or not, at Weight Watchers, like, I don't know, probably like flipping 35 years ago. So anyway, what we got going is we have our skillet with our extra virgin olive oil heating up in the pan. Kind of filming and cooking today, so. And we are just going to take a pound of meat. La 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 la. And we're going to cook that up. Brown that up maybe about 10 minutes in the pan. And then we're going to start stewing. Alright, so while we're stewing up the meat, we're browning it up. Like I said, I'm filming and cooking today, so sit tight with me. Hope y'all get an okay view here. What I mentioned was the secret ingredient, which is actually V8. V8 juice. Now, some people like to use the V8 spice in this recipe. My folks are never real big on spicy foods, so I don't use the spice. What I tend to use is just a regular old can of V8 that you get for like $2.30 in the store. So you can see the meat's cooking. Actually now I'm going to add a can of the petite tomatoes. You could use whole tomatoes, sliced tomatoes, diced tomatoes. Again, 50 cents a can, whatever it is. And we're just going to throw that in there for a little flavor and let that simmer. Now, while that's kind of simmering and cooking away, in this big old pot, I'm going to be adding all of our ingredients except the meat and tomato. So, I'm doing this with one hand. Here we go. We're going to take our V8. We're going to pour it in the pot. Plain old V8, gang. We're going to add our onion. We're going to add our carrots. We're going to add our celery. We're going to add our mushrooms. Fabulous. Mushrooms. We're going to add our big old thing of potatoes. And you can see that's pretty full. And we're going to mix all this up in the V8. We got a nice base here. Now you'll see what happens is a lot of this is going to cook down. Let's put this on a medium for now. Oh, there we go. So, a lot of it's going to cook down and be a nice full meal. Back to our beef and tomatoes. We're cooking these babies up. Some of the meat's still a little red. That's okay. It will cook as well in the stew. All right, I had to put you up there so I can keep cooking. But what we're going to do is just pretty much, we got a nice little gravy going, believe it or not, with the beef cubes and the petite tomatoes that we added to it. We let it simmer up probably about 10 minutes total. And then what we're going to do is put all of this juicy stuff right into that pot that had our V8, all of our veggies and potato. All right. And we're going to mix it all together. Some people in this recipe like to add green beans. My dad's not real big on the whole green bean thing in a stew, so I don't. He is definitely a meat and potato kind of guy. So we mix this up good. All right. Good hearty salad stew that will definitely keep you warm on a cold day like today. We're going to let that simmer up and throw the lid on, let that cook up, and we'll be back. So we've had it on for maybe about 15 minutes now. I had it covered on a higher heat because what I want to have happen is I want the V8 to kind of get thick. So you have an idea, this is what it's going to look like. You'll see the bubbles going, and you'll see the V8 is actually thickening to make it more of a stew, which is the cool part. So we're just going to mix it up some, and we're going to keep it probably, now that I have it to a boil, I want everything to kind of cook down. So we're going to lower the heat, and we're just going to keep it on the stovetop probably for like maybe another 20 minutes. I don't know. We'll come back and I'll let you know. It's kind of pretty much whenever all of the veggies and potatoes are ready to rock and roll, since our meat's already cooked. So here's our healthy mother corned beef stew with V8 juice. Okay, so we've been cooking now actually about an hour all total. Here's our stew. You see I got a fork in my hand. One of the things I'm going to do to test it, to see if it's ready, as far as if it's like the consistency I want it to be and things are cooked down enough, is just fork the potato. So, alright, so we're forking the potato. You can see the potatoes are nice, they're not hard. Let me find another one in here. They're smooth. I'm gonna say that Mom's healthy V8 mother corn stew is just about done. So, alright, so there you have it. Hope this came out. Hope you get a chance to try this stew with the V8. You're not going to see me taste it because it's piping hot, and I got to let it cool down a lot so that I can bag it and get it ready for my mom and dad, and then freeze it. But trust me, it's a good one. So thanks for watching. Healthy Eating Partners on a Dime. Enjoy.